You're now tuned into the Lady Charmaine live show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I have another great interview for you today. I want to know, what do you get with a person who plays a Ghostbuster, a fix-it man, and the chief of police? Well, you get all of them wrapped up in my next guest, and I tell you who it is coming up right after this.
Yeah. All right, now let's get it. Let's go. Lady Charmaine is in the house, so you know we're gonna have a good time. You can relax your mind. Everything is gonna be alright. With Lady Charmaine live. Lady Charmaine live. Lady Charmaine live. All right, now.
My guest today returns to the Lady Charmaine live show to talk about his brand new BET series where he stars and executive produces the brand new family drama, The Family Business. Premiering Tuesday night, I want you to help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine live show, Mr. Ernie Hudson. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you so much, Lady Charmaine. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be here and talk to you.
You know, it's always a pleasure to have you back on the show. The last time you were here, we talked about APB. We also talked about Grace and Frankie, and you are one man that's working. So congratulations on the brand new series as well.
Well, thank you so much. I have been very blessed to stay busy. But the family business is a project that I read, and it's based on a series of books by Carl Weber. I think there are 8 books in the series, New York Times bestseller. So there's a fan base for the books, but I wanted to help bring it to the screen, and it's an amazing show. I'm totally in love with it, and like I said, I do a lot of stuff, and I've always supported the stuff that I do, but this is something I can really stand by, and it also touched on the dynamics of family and leaving a legacy, and focus on what we need to do, what this man, I played the patriarch of the family, L.C. Duncan, and it's about holding family together.
So, what drew you to this project? Because, there's a lot of books that are out there. There are a lot of books that have great stories, but what was it about this project?
Well, this is really, I think it's Carl Weber, it's fictional, of course, but it's based on, I suppose, families that he's known. But what I love about it is it's a guy who can be ruthless if he has to for the sake of his family, but he can also get on the floor and play with his grandkids, and we get to see all sides of it. I think it helps us understand, kind of where we all are. I think sometimes we only see the effects of what people do, and we don't always understand what's behind it. It's kind of The Godfather, but it's a black family that owns the largest exotic car dealership in the country, and it's an amazing cast, and I'm just really so proud to be a part of. And one of the things I feel now too in America and maybe around the world is the sense of family. It's been lost to a great extent. Holding our families just together to even have a good relationship with our kids at a certain point is difficult. And so this is about a family. We see how a family works to hold that together, and how a man at a certain age, my age, is looking to hold his legacy, to leave something for them, and to support them generations after he's gone. But we get to see all of that, and the heart of the show and the people.
Now, to all the character you've played, what was it about this character that you just absolutely loved? We know you from Ghostbusters, also APB, Grace and Frankie, and other projects. But this character right here, were
Right.
you able to connect to this character in some type of way?
Yes. Well, I think I always like to, or hope I do, connect to all the characters, but usually I'm in someone else's story, and I come in, I'm a part of that story. Whereas this is a story, my character's story, and my character's family. And so what we see in this character, what I get a chance to do, is show all of him. You get to see him vulnerable, you get to see him weak, you get to see him, like I said, rolling on the floor with his grandkids, but you also get to see him step into a dangerous situation. So you see the whole person. One of the things when I did Ghostbusters, little kids would always ask, where does Winston go? Because we see Winston on screen, but we don't know really anything about him, who he is. Whereas you see this family in all of its flaws and yet all of its beauty. And it's a beautiful, amazing cast. uh, really wonderful people that I'm working with. Um, so yeah, that. But this is a whole character,
Right.
and that's what I love about this.
And you also
This
mentioned
character.
some cast members. Tammy Roman from Basketball Wives is also in it. Also, the dance extraordinaire, Mr. Darren Hanson. I mean, you also have a great cast of people. But not only that, you are
Yeah.
also executive producing this show. So, what is it like to not only star in it, but to be executive producing, or AKA the boss, as they call it? So, how has this experience been for you?
Well, I don't so much see it as a boss, but I think my executive producing came in to once I became aware of the project. I just wanted to see. I felt it was an important project and something that I really wanted to give to the fans, and I knew that I will do anything I can to, bring that into fruition and to make that happen. But there's a great producing team, Indy Brown
Hmm.
over at Urban Media, or I'm sorry, Tridescent Studios. Trey Haley
Hmm.
directed. We did these as movies before they decided to turn them into series.
Mm.
So it's an amazing group of people, and I'm just there to support them, and I'm learning totally from them. But what I bring to the show is, you know, my work as an actor, and to be there in a really supportive way for the cast. And we're like family. So, I get the benefits of both worlds because I totally trust the production team and the people involved. They're extraordinary.
And lastly, Ernie, what is your dream project? If you had a project to work on, produce, or even direct, what would that look like?
Well, I think there's some things that I'm 72 years old,
Hmm.
and you look around and you think, okay, I've done this, but and so this is one of the reasons why I'm on the phone with you talking about the family business, because this is a dream project in a way. I mean, to work with a great group of people to tell a story that certainly African American anybody can relate to because it's about family, but also images. I mean, my children in this show, we talk about images on screen. I've never seen anything quite like this. Um, and so this is my dream project. There'll be others too, but I think showing the heart of people, because we don't sometimes see all of that, and I think to me that's what the Christ vision is to be able to see past what we're presenting to the world and see the heart, the truth of who we are. And may not agree with our choices, but we understand from a different level of, okay, I see why they have to go there, and in a different set of circumstances, maybe I might make those same choices.
Well, you know what, Ernie, I'm going to give you amen to that. I'm going to tell you one thing I like about you. You have a good way, even the last time we talked, of slipping Christ in there, Jesus. And see, this is a ministry for you. So I want to say I praise God for that, because I be hearing, I be listening when you're talking, and I be hearing them slip in there. And I think that that's a wise way that God uses you. And I think that's great. And I think it's very evident on the sets that you walk on as well. And I really wish the best for you and this project. And I want to remind the audience to make sure that they tune in to BET tomorrow night to the family business. It is going to be airing 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you check it out, starring Mr. Ernie Hudson. And again, God bless you, Mr. Hudson. It's always a pleasure having you on the show.
God bless and keep you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, oh, his phone just hung up. And I want to remind the audience to make sure that you guys tune in to BET's The Family Business is going to be airing tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 9 Eastern Pacific Standard Time, right there on BET. It's called The Family Business, starring Mr. Ernie Hudson, also Tammy Roman and Darren Hanson, and then my Bay Area girl. She goes by the name of Mr. Brayley Evans. And so make sure you guys tune in. And also, I want to make sure that you guys join my Facebook page. It's Hot Topics Real Talk, No Chaser. Also, my social media pages. I am Lady Charmaine. Make sure you go to YouTube, Lady Charmaine TV. You can also follow me on Facebook. Make sure you like and follow on Facebook at Lady Charmaine Live to catch up with any of my Lady Charmaine interviews. All you have to do is go to ladycharmainelive.com and catch up on all the latest interviews. And again, thank you to my guest today, Mr. Ernie Hudson.